Hey, Not Cash, thank you for stopping by. I will delete that message though. Anything that's follow for follow is not real. I mean, it's not like it's a big deal, but it's also like it's not really gonna help you, and it's also just kind of cringe. But you know, don't let that stop you from hanging out in my community and chatting with me. So, thank you for being here. We're just getting started. Just kind of doing just kind of no cam at the moment. The past couple days, I don't know. It's like really, I'm gearing up for like a lot of stuff in my real life right now outside of streaming and stuff. So, it's really kind of hard to Cucker Tarleton. It's really hard to it's really hard to I'm so popular. Dark Knight Artifact looks so fucking badass. Like, I always thought it was so cool. It's not the best gear, per se. It's good for enfeebling, for example. Possibly for weapons, I don't know. Like, generally you wear, like, Hauberk or Haubergen. But for enfeebling, that's, like, really good. You macro to it, but, like, it looks good. Like, shiny dark armor, like, guts. I always thought the scythes were hella cool, too. Like, I might actually play Dark Knight this time. I don't know. We'll get White Mage first and Thief. Okay, I need to figure out what I'm gonna be doing, because, obviously, I'm waiting for a, waiting for a cure burn party. Oh yeah, I should join their Discord. Can I just click on it? Let's get back to Port Juno. Basically what I'm going to be doing is just doing some skill ups and stuff, because I need to get Enfeebling skilled up. I can probably do that on some worms here in Quiffham. For real, like... Oh, no, I probably want to do this in Koroloka Tunnel. Mistborn. It's an amazing book series. Yeah, I could probably go skill up on, and possibly even XP. Yeah, I think XP on some, in Koroloka Tunnel. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. I got into an all white mage link shell for healers, you know, like doing cure burns. I don't know if I typed it in wrong. And I'll probably have to join a Black Mage link shell when I play Black Mage. Just it's good to stick together. Like when you're playing a certain job and it's like, especially when it's like a mage or something like that, because then it's like you can kind of coordinate together. Plus, I should be in the Goosterberg area anyway for the burn parties. I need to get regen. Not a furry. And soda! Soda! Hey, soda! Soda! I think this one sells okay. Hallucinogen. There we go. Buffalo thickets. Yeah, we're gonna have to have this one on repeat for a bit. This one is so classic. I remember so many hours just doing Black Mage parties. I was main healer because Black Mage was useless pretty much against, yeah, they were useless entirely. And, oh, I needed some gil. God damn it. Because I need regen. It's like absolutely required. Let's see, where are my skills at? Okay, club is severely underleveled, so I need to level that for sure. Healings, hey, that levels up naturally. It'll cap eventually. Just from the amount of XP it takes as you get higher level. Enfeebling definitely needs to be capped. Enhancing should be capped. Enhancing isn't too big of a deal to be capped until like, because I mean, I also need Blink. Blink and Stone Skin are really the main thing for those. And Elemental and Dark, it's from Black Mage sub, it doesn't really matter. Until like I would need to be using Asper, but even then, it's Dark Magic is at half skill, so unless I was doing I should have gone to Port Juno first. Or was I already in Port Juno? I need to make something to eat. I had some kefir, drinkable yogurt kind of stuff. I need something more solid. I'll be right back. Like a nice, relaxing evening. What's going on? Nice, relaxing evening with some Final Fantasy. We're really getting ourselves prepared for what's coming up soon. Very, very, very soon. Gonna go through a very life-changing surgery. After that, one more life-changing surgery. It's so intense, like, waiting for these things. I hope I never have to go through something like this intense for as long as possible, if ever again. Just waiting for something for so many years. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get some gil. Vermin. I'm so down bad for Gil right now. I guess this level of bad. So I need regen. Ugh, do I really want to sell these? No. Maybe. There we go. Now I can get regen. Bacon legs. Oh, look, tiny little legs. Tiny legs. I'm regular legs. I'm regular legs. Look, I got tiny legs. Oh, sneak. Oof, good thing that's so cheap. Yeah, that's gonna save me a lot on those silent oils. A good thing I sold some. Oh, not good, but like, so I can get regen. It's worth more than a couple silent oils. Over time, not gonna particularly matter. Let's see. Oh, and there's no more Silena. Where can I also get Silena?
Talking.
Oh shit.
Without those.
Okay, God damn it. I can't afford it anyway. Can I get it from the NPC? Nope. Definitely not. Finally, I have sneak. And a couple levels I get... 4 more levels I get regen. I mean, invis. Alright, looks like we're getting it going. First White Mage Burn party ever. I don't think I've ever had like a White Mage Burn party. Let's go. Finally got sneak. We're leveling up so much, like we're upgrading. We're getting all of our quality of life stuff, like thief. We're 5 more levels to treasure hunter 2. We're getting our quality of life stuff first because they pay off so much dividends in the long run. Like so much. Even just Gill Finder. But TH2 for sure. Like, it really scales up the higher, like, over time. Like, it's a difference between getting, like, 100 gil per goblin or whatever, between, like, 125 gil per goblin, which means you're making, like, 125%. Over time, that adds up so much. Every 4 monsters, you get an extra monster, basically. Or, literally. So if you get 125 gil per kill, every 4 kills, it's like you saved yourself 1 kill. Wanzilla. Good. Yo! Derp derp. Watch endgame drama. Hooray for chimichangas. I used to eat so many chimichangas when I used to game as a teenager. So many. Just microwave them. So tasty. Cheesy. Beautiful cover girl. Nice. This is gonna be a nice party. I can get to 75 like this on multiple camps. It's super simple, just cure. Level healing magic. Oh, Belbin has sub Paladin for Holy Circle. That's good. That's smart. Not everyone has a heart like you. True. I never expect people to have the same kind of charity of thought that I have. But I know how to protect people from... I know how to protect myself from people like that. Yeah, with holy water, it just removes curse. Yeah, this is like super nice, easy experience, like for real. You know what I need to do? Make separate macros for STNPC rather. Rather than just having ST because it's just so annoying. Okay, I know what I do. M. Is 15 in here? Hey, what's up, Cash? Never seen a white mage party? Exactly, I've never really done one before. I've always imagined it. But it's the first time ever in the history of Final Fantasy XI since original retail that I've ever had a party like this. I've had Black Mage Burn parties, I've had Summoner Burn and Beast Burn parties. Specifically, I remember having like a Beast and Summoner and Puppet Master party. Oh, Summoner in Odd Urgen, like in Mount Zion. Yeah, how you doing? How'd you find me? Did you find me in game, or did you just find me scrolling through Twitch? If however you found me, welcome. My name is Rebecca. I usually do cam, but I'm just not cam. Oh yeah, Kira does sound good. It's like very like refreshing. I usually do cam and I usually talk a lot more. And honestly, I am talking right now, so I really like interacting with my viewers. I usually talk through. Well, that's good, you know. It's like I think Horizon is like it's bringing us all together. You know, all of us Final Fantasy XI fiends who are just can't put this game down even after 20 years. And new players alike. Like there's the Horizon effort is bringing in a whole influx of new players, which is kind of a double-edged sword, but it is reminding me like, oh yeah, there's people who literally have never played Final Fantasy XI before. Let's see how they react to this game. Let's see what they figure out and go through all the stuff that we had to go through in Dunes and and all that kind of stuff. I avoided Dunes for the most part. I mean, on White Mage, I just went through Dunes parties, but like on Thief, I soloed all the way to level 30, and I pretty much soloed. And then I had a party in Bibiki Bay to 35, and then I've had like a Beastmaster. I've been partying up with Beastmasters, like, you know, duo, trio, quad, in like Delkfoot Tower and like Carpenter's Landing and stuff like that while I'm farming. And I've gotten to level 40. Like I got 5 levels just duoing and, you know, just doing small groups with whatever random Beastmasters show up in between soloing. It's like I get like straight up 5 levels. Level 9 warrior? Well, we're gonna have to do something about that. We could both play warrior together, because I need to level my warrior. My warrior is also level 10. I have Paladin coming up, so I might team up with you on Paladin. But I don't know, Paladin, I might just do that on my own. We might team up on Warrior. We can duo all the way to like level 20. I'll sub White Mage. I'll basically be like a mini Paladin. We can solo to like level 20 plus. Like duo, I mean. Like pretty easy. And it's faster than getting a party. I know a lot of people want to do parties. Unless it's like super easy and melty like this, which is not the majority of the cases. Unless it's super easy and melty, you're gonna want to just go fight, especially lower levels. You're gonna want to solo and duo. Duo, if at all possible, it makes you survive a lot longer, and you get stuff faster. I will definitely play with you. I just got this party though. You don't have a sub job? Well, we're gonna work on that. I can get you sub job. I have Thief. So we're gonna solo you. We're gonna level you to 18, and then I'm gonna get you your items. In fact, the item can drop here, so I can help you farm this. They drop from the whites. They're pulling Wendigos and Bogies. But, you know, everyone starts out somewhere. You know, I don't know if you've played in the past before, if you're brand new. Either way, you're welcome. I pretty much just, I've played this game for 20 years. I'm pretty much a veteran, I'm total veteran in this game. I don't know everything, and I never did full endgame. I only did, like, entry-level endgame, so this is gonna be yet another server where I'm gonna try to actually do endgame, because on Nosomi I started endgame, but like it was entry level, like Dynamis, you know, some Sky. That's like entry level endgame. So it's like I never really did too much endgame. So I hope to do that this time on like White Mage. I actually think White Mage is gonna be my first 75. Like, if I'm gonna be real with you, I literally just got a White Mage Cure Burn link shell to do stuff exactly like this. So I think I'm probably gonna get to 75 pretty quick, and if I don't, and in between these parties, I can literally just seek up and get invited like super quick. They added Devotion at level 45, which is insane. Devotion is like was originally a merit ability, but it makes sense. It should be at like 45. Because that's like, you know, Red Mage gets refreshed at 21. The, you know, Mage's Bard gets Ballad, you know, 2 around there. And it's like, why doesn't White Mage have any, like, MP recovery tools? Yeah, I just got invited randomly to this Link Shell. I was in a party in Dunes, and I think it's the Link Shell leader. Yeah, the Link Shell leader, Fionzilla, or Flonzilla, just like came up to me and just didn't even ask, just traded me. And I accepted the trade, and then there was the pearl. And I'm like, okay, cool, what's going on? Is this all White Mage Link Shell? Let's go. Cure burn. So we're gonna cure ghosts. We're healers. That's what we do. We save lives. It's a part of my dharma. If you're into all that kind of stuff. I'm a healer in real life. Like, I heal people. At least that's my attempt. And in fact, I have a history of healing people. Just by being me. I've healed people on my stream too. So I feel like it's my superpower. Is me just existing is healing. And I try to adhere to that. I don't put pressure on myself, but I think anybody could be in heal. I think here's the thing, is I'm not special. I think anybody could have this superpower, but I choose to. And I'm not like super religious or anything, but like I am pretty spiritual. I'm kind of averse to religion because I'm transgender. So I don't know if I'm gonna lose you as a viewer because of that. There's some people that that's a deal breaker. But you know, it's the nature of streaming. I usually get it out soon. Honestly, like I hope there's gonna be a day where I literally don't even have to tell people. And that's, you know, I'm getting my facial surgery very, very, very soon. And I'm so excited. I've been waiting so many years just to get my surgeries. And I had orchiectomy a year ago. But that's, you know, at the end of the year, I'm having my full vaginoplasty. So that's like, this is life-changing. And like very, very, very soon, I'm having my facial feminization, which these both are so life-changing. I've been spending like the past 3.5 years, like 3.5 fucking years, you know, on hormones and socially transitioning and just the wait lists, you know, the rescheduling, the insurance hiccups that are giving me panic attacks every single time I get a single letter. Oh no! You can cure kill yeah, you can cure kill undead, any undead. Not just skeletons, not just ghosts. You know, undead will blood aggro. So if you're in yellow HP or below, they will aggro. Deodorize doesn't fix that, I'm pretty sure. I think all the Deodorize does is if you sleep or bind or something like that, and you run far away from like a goblin or something, and then you cast Deodorize, it'll unaggro from you. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. It's like the only case that you'll ever use Deodorize. Okay, let's move the music forward. It's about that time. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. I don't have blink yet. I have so little gil. It's the one party where literally everybody can heal themselves. Like, there's so much healing here. It's insane. It's like we're kind of hoarding all the healers. Like everybody wants. This is actually kind of selfish. You don't know how selfish this is. There's literally like so many people who would kill to have a freaking white mage in their party right now, and we're all in the same party. like seriously, it's so selfish. It's okay, you gotta be selfish. You gotta look out for number one, baby. I still need to level up. I need to cap all my freaking skills, like for real. It's embarrassing. I need to get club leveled up for paladin, and just for moonlight in general. How do I turn off the collision? Do they have that here? No. Your mom's in the hospital? B-Money, is everything okay? Don't ever worry about me. Take care of yourself. Everyone should look out for their own self-interest. My stream is not more important than your mom. I hope that she's okay, and I hope you're doing okay. How are you? Are you holding up through all this? And Cash Coconut, if you're wondering, I multi-stream, so I have kick.com here. Oh god. And don't do this. I'm gonna delete that message. Please don't do that. Don't ask for follow. It's the worst thing you can possibly do. It doesn't do anything, it just annoys people. Don't ever follow. I know from personal experience. Because that's what I did when I started streaming 3.5 years ago. I was like, oh, if I just like, you know, build my... You get so delusional. I mean, you want to believe things. And it's like, I'd rather work in reality than have false beliefs. Oh, I'm glad that she's okay. But a heart attack can be... That's going to be really stressful. You know, she needs to take it easy. Follow... You know, I'm sure all the doctors have been super helpful through all this. You know, basically just take it really easy. That's really devastating. I'm sorry that you and her have to go through that. I'm gonna be pretty absent for about the next 2 to 3 weeks because I'm going in for my facial surgery. So I'm gonna be back as soon as I can, and I'm gonna play lots of Final Fantasy XI. Believe me, lots of it. But those first 2 weeks, I want to take a complete internet like dopamine fast. Like I just for real like just need to completely get myself off of like social media for a few weeks, and recovering from surgery is a good opportunity for that. I'm just gonna read and journal and maybe draw. You know, bring my sketchbook and do some drawing. Very short emergency maintenance. Fixed claim shield. That's not even relevant to me. Oh. Yeah, that's really hard. But you can't change people. You can only tell them who you are and say, I'm ready for you when you're ready. And I can't have you in my life until you are. And I know it hurts, but that's what you have to do. Saying, I am not going to enable this. I am not going to put up with your inability to accept who I am. And this goes for whether you're transgender or not. And I know it hurts because you're just like, oh, you know, they're just trying. And it's like, no, they're not trying hard enough. I know you want to give people the benefit of the doubt, but it's really that simple. People complicate it so hard. You want to care about them, but you're not caring about them if you allow them to do that. They'll learn pretty quick. If they really want you in their life, they're going to do their research. They're going to do the work required. It is not your job to hold their hand through it. That's one of the things I had to learn. There was even a whole article about it. But like that's one of the things I've had to learn for myself. And a lot of trans people have to go through this. Or gender fluid people. I'm not sure if you're trans or not. You might just be into cross-dressing and all that kind of stuff. But either way, like if people don't accept you for who you are, especially if they're family members, you do not have to put up with that. And it's going to be tough because they're not going to understand. They're not going to understand why you block them, why you're not going to talk to them anymore, why you're not going to put up with them. They don't understand that what they're doing is abusive behavior. And they'll get it pretty quick if you say, I'm ready to talk to you when you're ready to have this conversation and just accept me for who I am. Because you can't force it on them. They're not going to be ready if they're unwilling to do it themselves. And it's something they have to do themselves. It's not your job. It's not anybody's job except for them. If they want you in your life, they're going to have to do that work themselves. That's really all there is to it. Because they're transitioning with you. But you got your own stuff to do. You got your own shit. Right? So it's like, you don't have the kind of mental bandwidth, you don't have the time, you don't have the energy to be also transitioning for someone else, right? Like, you don't have to, you can't do that for yourself and for your family members. Like, it's already hard enough on your own. They're supposed to be there for you, not trying to tell you who you are. And that's parents' job anyway. Like, it's the parents' job to just accept their children, regardless. Whether they're good, whether they're bad. love is universal and it doesn't change even if somebody does something that goes against that person's values, or especially if that person is like goes to prison or something. Like, you still love your child. And if you can't accept that, then you shouldn't have become a parent. I can't be a parent, and I'm not going to be a parent. I don't plan on even raising kids ever. I don't like dislike kids, but kids, they cramp my style, okay? Like, I just, there's a lot of reasons why I don't want kids around. It's just not something I want ever. You have to get ready for bed. Yeah, just make sure to take care of yourself, B-Money. You and your mom are in this together. Your dad is whoever he is, and you can't change him. Only he can change him. It is not your job. Obviously, keep yourself safe. If you're in a situation where you're in danger, please use common sense. There are hotlines you can call. I'm not a medical professional, so I would highly encourage talking to somebody who's qualified to work through this with you and have protection through HIPAA. So you can talk about details you would never be able to talk to me about or anybody. I can only speak from my own experience as a trans person who's had to go through family members who are just not understanding and not wanting to accept. I'm like, it's not up to you. Like, it's up to me. That's all. Like, that's the real long and short of it. Is like, they have no power over me. I'm going to be me no matter how they feel about it. And once they get that, I think it starts to click. And honestly, it was really painful, but I had to do that with my mom, and now our relationship is better than ever. I'm going to be spending the couple weeks recovering from surgery with her. She's going to be caring for me. And so even a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, a year and a month ago, I had still had my mom blocked. I had to block her for 2 years. Well, like a year and a half. Oh, wait. I had to block her for a year and a half. No. I had to block her. Yeah, I had to block her for 2.5 years. Because I unblocked her last year in 2022. And because I love her. And I was right. She needed to do the work herself. And she knows that now. And it doesn't make that, sometimes I said some things that were really angry. It's never one-sided. I mean, it's rarely one-sided. Yeah, good luck on, focus on you and your mom right now. That other thing, that's a long-term thing. What matters right now is your mom just had a heart attack and you need to be there for her. And you need to also take care of you. This is so insanely easy. And I don't even have to pull either. I'm almost level 22. Let's go. One more. I know, think 3 more. Or, yeah, 2 more. And I'm level 22. Hopefully I can get to level 25 at least today. I don't know, it's the evening's young. It's only 6 o'clock coming up. Probably another 4 hours. We'll see how long this party lasts. Oh no! Oh no! I was just saying it was easy too, wasn't I? We got it wiped. Raisga. We got a bunch of dead white mages here. You don't worry about being behind in this game at all, Cash. Like, don't ever worry about it. There's plenty of time. What you need to do is just solo. Don't even worry about getting into a party, especially with your first job. And like I said, I will help you. Don't worry at all. Just keep killing stuff. Use axe and shield as a warrior. You'll survive a lot longer. You attack faster. Do not use great axe this low level. A lot of warriors make the mistake of using a great axe at level 10. You swing way too slowly, you don't have the kind of stats and the kind of accuracy, and it just takes way too long. If you have and also shield is really buffed on this server. So if you have a shield, you're gonna save a lot of, you're gonna do like tank a lot better. And as soloing, you're gonna do a lot better with axe and shield. And we can duo together, and I can get you to level 30 even. We can just duo all the way to level 30. I can get you your sub job. I can get you, we can help, we can, get experience and we can make money while we're doing it. You're in good hands with me. You're in good hands with me. And I'll get you a link shell once we get started. Like I said, right now I'm in this party. But if you just keep soloing, like level 9, I don't know where you are. What's your in-game character name? Is it Cash? Oh, you're not logged in. What's your, you're a coconut. Would you ever visit Mexico? Probably not in the current climate. Like the current political climate. There's literally been people like, there's like cartel stuff going on. And like, people are literally like, I mean, it's a different legal system over there. And I'm a trans person. I really don't feel safe going to places like that. It's nothing against Mexico, nothing against the Mexican people by any stretch of the imagination. See, usually I have problems with governments, not people. Like the Chinese government, bad. Chinese people, good. Chinese people are amazing and resilient. And they have a strong culture. Just like, like for example, like there's people in countries that are like, controlled by like fascist, fundamental religious groups like jihadists, but that doesn't mean the people who are actually Muslim are bad. It doesn't mean the people who live there are bad. Same with America. There's a lot of people who are super hyper Christian, and the government has been infiltrated by super hyper Christian fundamentalists. But the American people on average are pretty damn fucking good. I've met a lot of good Americans, despite there being, and I've met good Christians too. Because people who actually follow the Bible and not people who are like, gays should be murdered. Like, that's not what the Bible says. Are they reading the same thing I read? I'm not even Christian and I understand, like, the word of Christ and all that. Like, I'm not religious. Like, I get it. if I did, I don't know. It's like I would not feel comfortable going to a place where there's a government that is literally like the legal system in places like Mexico are like not designed to help people. I mean, it's pretty much not the same. It's like same here, but like at least here, there's like some protections, right? But I know places like Mexico, they could literally just throw you in jail. Like indefinitely. Cartel has a lot of power over there. I mean, I guess it depends on where you go in Mexico. I don't want to be like, I'm scared, okay? Do you understand? I'm scared of even leaving California. And I hate this. And I hate that it's justified. It's actual fear that is justified. It's not an unjustifiable fear. It's not an irrational fear even. Because being a transgender person is actually a liability for your life in many places and around the world. And that scares the shit out of me, and it destroys any chances I have at even entering into the chess scene outside of the United States or some other countries that have protections for trans people. Yeah, don't use Great Axe. Use Axe and Shield. Sword and Shield is for Paladin. Club and Shield on this server works once you get level 45 Club or whatever. Because they gave Moonlight. Play retail? I still play retail. I went off for like a very long time. I have been playing since the original release, or North American release with Zealart. I can get some enhancing skill ups. Server. I was on Asura, but my brother started, and that's why I started back up again. My brother started, and I'm on Sylph now. And later on, we might switch over back to Asura. He started on Sylph. It's a smaller server, like extremely small. Like there's really like maximum of like maybe 500 people on. And they're all super like Rima master levels. Like they're like they're so much out of our league. It's insane. We have a lot of stuff we can do just either solo or just the two of us with trusts, and we got a lot of stuff to work on like Rima and all that kind of stuff. Master levels. I just now got, last time I was playing I got Dragoon to super 1 level job points like for mastery. So I can wear Superior 1. That I've only gotten like 50 job points. So I have a long fucking way to go. And it's really grindy. I'm actually really enjoying Horizon in between. And like when my brother wants to play, we'll play together. He's been busy. He's raising a kid now. And you're on Asura? Yeah, I mean, I was originally on Asura. That's the most populated server, I guess. And I was there, but my brother started on Sylph, and I'm like, God damn it! And I had to pay the money to transfer. I'm like, fuck. Like, why did you make? Like, you should have asked. Like, I told him I'm on Asura. Yeah, and I'm not even, we're like basically just babies. Like we just got our basic 119 gear. That's where we're at. But you know, it does get tiring. Like, cause it's just very like, it's too fast. Like of like a place, like you have to, it's really frantic. Like when you like, you know, even just doing job points, like even just playing a simple job like Dragoon, like there's just so many macros you're hitting. It's just so intense. And I can usually only do it for like forced, like focused bursts. So it's like I kind of treat it like as, you know, it's okay. I'll play mostly with my brother. You know, holy circle. Nice, enhancing skill up. What have you been up to since I've been gone? Basically just hanging tight. Like I told you, my facial surgery is extremely, extremely close. Insanely close. And I'm not going to say exactly when. But to give you an idea, for the next 2 to 3 weeks, or maybe even a month, I'm not going to be going live. I might, but if I do, I'm probably not going to be talking. But I can always, like, you know, respond in chat. Like, I'll just go like this, like hey chat, like that. Like, I'll probably just do that. And just talk to you through typing. But I'm gonna be gone from my PC for like at least 2 weeks. I'm gonna be like taking some time to take care of myself and really focus. Hey Javon. I know, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be gone, but you know, I'll be back. But I will make an update on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, I will give an update on Twitter and I'll show pictures of my face after it's like extremely swollen, and you guys can make fun of how ugly I look, but don't worry, it will heal. So that you'll know that I'll be okay. So that you know that I'm alive, right? Because I don't want anybody thinking that I like died in surgery or something, which is very unlikely, like extremely unlikely. In fact, it's more likely that Elon Musk would show up to my house and stab me than it is for this to happen. In fact, I think it would make sense that Elon would come to my house and stab me, because he's like, stop sending tweets. You know, I wish it didn't count your retweets towards your count. It says total tweets, and it says like 18,000. And I'm like, that's because it's counting retweets, motherfucker. And I'm like pissed off. I want to see how many actual tweets I've made. And I don't want people judging me. I don't really care. But like, I don't want people like thinking that I'm some kind of like bot or something, right? Like, there's no way a human could be posting 18,000 actual tweets. Like, I was just mass retweeting. I pretty much retweet everything. Especially, like, I retweet everything unless I disagree with it. Like, I'll retweet something if it's something I'm either neutral or agree with. Fashion and makeup, I'm pretty reserved. I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm kind of a tomboy, but I also like dresses and skirts. I do have an Amazon wish list, and if you go on my Twitter, I have a link to it on my link tree in my bio. So like you can find, if you want to buy stuff from my if you want to help me and you can afford it, that's the only thing. I don't want you spending money you don't have. If you really want and you can afford it, I do have an Amazon wish list. And I'd be happy to receive anything. But you don't have to. In fact, just being here and chatting with me is the most important thing that you could be doing. I do not need your money. I need corporations' money, and in order for that, I need more of you. I need more people like you. So the number one thing you can do is to just, you know, share my Twitter, or, you know, share my stream and my YouTube and stuff. Share that with as many people as you would think would gravitate, would enjoy my content. Anybody you think that you feel would be like a part of our community. Because I want more streaming friends. Like, I want more in-stream friends. We're never going to be actually friends, I'm sorry, but we can be pen pals in this kind of situation where where I'm streaming and we can chat together. Why do you want a Pebbles Flintstone costume? Oh, one of my fans really wants that. One of my fans really wants me to wear that. And I'm not going to say more than this, but it has to do with Bam. Bam Bam. If you know what I mean. Yeah, we're totally talking about the Flintstones characters, right? Well, thank you, Javon. That fan is really creative. Yeah, I mean, I like to please my fans. I haven't really been able to please my fans recently. I'm very reserved right now because I'm getting ready for surgery. I'm just psychologically preparing. I just have not really been in a working mindset. So that's why I've been like just, you know, playing Final Fantasy 11 on, you know, with no cam. But you know, the most important thing about my stream are you guys. Like, I know that it sounds really cheesy, but I know I'm pretty sure you believe me. Like, I'm very earnest when I say this. Ernest P. Worrell. I say this in earnest. I really think what makes my stream special is not me. It's you guys. Because I really enjoy talking with you. you know, just like this kind of discussion that we had, like this back and forth, like this is what it means to be a streamer, in my opinion. This is, for me, that's what it is. Benediction? MVP. I'm gonna be okay. Toss them around. You just toss around your 2 hour. That's it. That's a sustainable XP party strategy. It's just use your 2 hour every fight. That's definitely sustainable. You definitely don't have to wait 2 hours in between each cast. It heals everyone. It says large amount of HP. What that means is full amount of HP. It does a full cure, removes all status ailments, and it gives you insane amount of enmity. It basically makes you into the tank that turn for the rest of the fight, pretty much. But yeah, pretty much that's what's on the itinerary for like the next month or so. It's just me recovering. I will be journaling and you know, taking a break from social media as best as I can. Just because I you know, it's a good, it'll be a good like bookmark. You know, just like, hey, like now would be a good time while I'm resting and recovering to just, you know, take a break, like a complete break from social media, and then come back refreshed. And you know, I won't even catch up on like streamer news or anything. Like, I'm not even gonna watch YouTube. I'm not even gonna use my computer at all. I'm not gonna be around my computer for at least 2 weeks. I mean, like I said, it's gonna be at least 2 to 3 weeks before I come back, but like, I'm not even gonna pay attention to like, I'm gonna like check my email and that's it. And like maybe, like right after surgery, and like I'm gonna post like a picture on Twitter. That's about it. I'm gonna only be using that for that. And maybe like looking at Gmail and looking at like, you know, the regular news. I'm not even gonna pay attention to streamer news at all. I need a complete break from the streamerverse. I'm gonna catch up on on what's been going on in the streaming world when I get back. We might even do it on stream. The IRL streams, it won't happen for a bit. I was basically preparing for a long-term thing, because I knew that I'm going in for surgery soon, so I just wanted to get all the equipment ready, so that when I can return, I don't have to actually like start from that. It's kind of expensive, because it requires, I got like a $10 like service plan that burns through after like 1 or 2 IRL streams. So it's really not very sustainable. What I will do is, when I actually get more serious about IRL streaming, I will get a data plan that's actually like unlimited, with like a decent amount of data. Like maybe Googlefy or something, I don't know, but I'll figure it out. And most likely, okay, no, like most likely what I'm gonna do is I get Xfinity, but my camera does not connect to Xfinity because you need to be able to have a browser to connect to it. So in order to do that, I'll need to connect to a router and then share the internet connection. And I can approve the connection through the router. You know, like at the local IP kind of thing. Like connect to Xfinity on that and then share that with different devices as its own separate Wi-Fi. And that's what I'm going to try to do. And hopefully that works on the GoPro. Knowing the GoPro, it might still have a problem, but we'll see. Worst case scenario, I can get a new data plan for T-Mobile. It's just going to cost some money, and I got to save those money. Yeah, I really like the skating stuff too, and I won't, you know, it'll be quite a while before I can get back to skating. I'm going to be real with you. You know, I am getting my skull's going to be very soft. Okay, so like I really don't want to risk doing any kind of, it's going to be several, like maybe like 2 to 3 months before I can even return to normal routines. It's really serious. This is a big deal. This is a big surgery, but it's actually like, it's like big, but it's not big. You know what I mean? Like it's like a no big deal to the surgeon, right? The surgeon's like, oh yeah, this is no big deal. Like, it's a huge fucking deal. And I mean, the surgeon knows it's a big deal, but it's one of those things where it's like, this is actually like extremely life-changing, but it's not a walk in the park, okay? It's gonna be a drawn-out recovery process. Jackie Joe. But yeah, don't worry, we will have our IRL arc. There's also some safety concerns about IRL streaming, so I'm like, I'm really like trying to be careful here with that. Like stay in more public areas, like more not crowded areas, but like more. I don't want to go into places where it could be dangerous. And I have a lot. I really know my hometown area really well, so I know where all the problem spots are. So it's really a matter of just like. I really want to be doing it, but I've just been, there's just some kind of mental drain about just preparing psychologically for this surgery. So it's like, I don't expect everyone to understand it, but. I'm getting some good conquest points. Oh, and a good thing that we're, Sandoria, oh. Come on, I need Winders to own it. Like Sandoria's taking over. Winders needs it. I need that outpost warp. see. What about Durfland? Yeah, nobody seems to be taking over anything for Windurst. I need to make sure to get the Zeta, like Lee Taylor. I need to make sure to get that before the end of the week. I'll probably do that after this party, because I won't, like I said, I won't be able to log in after my surgery. I'm just so ready for all these surgery stuff to be done. I really just want to focus on living my best life. I really don't want to have to focus on medical stuff anymore. Like, it is so exhausting. Like, just always having it on your mind. Like, when is my surgery? When is my surgery? And it's so easy to get lost in, like, the process. I mean, in like, wanting the results. And it's like so many women out there, and just trans people in general, are like, you know, it's about the journey, like, you know, don't get so attached to, like, you know, goals. Like, but it's natural. It's gonna happen. I just want the results. I don't want this psychological torture of waiting for surgeries, wondering if something's gonna go wrong, over whether or not I'm gonna lose the ability to get the surgery because of some bullshit, some insurance bullshit. I am just so done being completely on edge 24/7. I want these surgeries done, and I want the results. So, like, that's it. That's the reason I'm getting them, is for the results, not for this psychological torture. It's not why I wanted these. Like, I did not get these just to be tortured. Okay, I got these for the results. And they're good results so far, even just the orchiectomy, so I am very happy. Facial feminization is first. And then at the end of the year, I'm having my vaginoplasty. I'm gonna have a pussy. I'm gonna have a pussy. And you know, there's probably women out there that would say, oh, real women don't talk like that. It's like, bitch, have you met my friends? Like, seriously, I know so many women. Obviously, not all women talk like that. Just like not all men talk like locker room. Like, there's a lot of women that talk about their pussy that way. Or like, you know, grab their tits, you know? It's normal. It's a part of your body. Not everybody is ashamed of their body. Not that it's... I'm not going to judge people who feel like more prude or whatever. Why so prude? Why so prude? Why so prude? Uh-oh. We got the Shadow Lord. Oh no, this isn't Shadow Lord. This is like BC&M. We're at a BC&M. Oh no, we're at a BC&M. Let's go. By the time I get my bottom surgery, I should be completely, like, totally recovered from whatever swelling and tissue alignment readjustment will happen for the facial feminization. It takes like 3 to 6 months to totally set in place. Like 3 to 6 months. Patients need to dilate for, yeah, I mean, it's like, bottom surgery dilation will never stop. But as time goes on, you need to dilate less often. Especially considering there's a lot of things you can do, sexually, depending on how you do it, that won't require formal dilation, but I will formally dilate as a medical process. At a certain point, you really only have to do it like once a week. Like I think like 9 months into it, but I'll follow whatever instructions the doctor. I already researched it a lot, and I've talked to a lot of women. Yeah, dilation is for the rest of your life. Unless there's some kind of adjustment they find out in the future to like if I can go in for a procedure that would for some reason make it so it's permanently dilated. Like, I don't know if medical science will get there, but that would have to be a very specific, like, it would have to be so trivial that I could just like go into a clinic and just get that done. Like some kind of like special like adjustment. I don't know if that's gonna ever happen, but that's like the only time. That's the only thing I could think of that would be potentially not needing to dilate. But dilation needs to, because what it does is it tries to the cavity tries to close on itself, and if it does, it can't be opened again. So it's really bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure it could be opened, but you'd have to go through a surgery again. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go through that. The doctor said it couldn't be open again. I'm pretty sure that women do get like problems like this and they have to go through surgery, but I don't want to have to put myself through that. Plus, there's really no reason why, there's definitely no reason why I would stop dilating, if you know what I mean. I am the kind of person who would not have to have that as a problem. I don't reserve sex just for other people. This is all about me, okay? I'm not doing this for other people. I'm doing this just for me. I'm looking out in my own best interest, okay? Patients need to dial. Oh, you already said that. Never mind. Oh. Thought about moving in with someone else. I can't really do that right now. It's no, those resources have been explored, and I just recently got on a wait list for something that opened up. So I don't know how long it's going to take, but my housing voucher might be able to be used soon, and I might be able to move out. But yeah, it's not, I won't be able to live with my mom, that's for sure. None of my siblings, nobody in my family is, my family is either unwilling or unable to. That's the two situations with different family members. There's family members that can definitely afford it, but they're like transphobic. Or if they're not transphobic, they're just very like, oh, you know, we don't accept that you're disabled. You need to go get a job and that kind of. They have contempt for me. I think, I believe that's what it is. So I do have family members who are very financially well off, but they refuse to have anything to do with my family, like extended family. I don't want to talk too much about that. It's about other people. So. But I mean, I'm not bitter about it, but it really kind of pisses me off. That I've been through situations where I was like going through homelessness and like begging on Facebook for some kind of assistance to help me get on my feet, to get like work, to get housing. And like, you know, this is back when I, like in 2010, 2014, and literally nobody like barely anybody stood up. The only people who stepped up were the people who could barely make ends meet. So the people who could barely make ends meet were stepping up to the plate. But the people who were like living in giant fucking houses and shit, like fucking basketball courts kind of people, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, you know, you gotta help yourself. Like, whatever. Like, fuck that. I can't stand people like that. They claim to be like loving family members, and then they never step up to the plate when it's important. When it's easy, when it's like, oh, we love our family. You know, that's easy. It's easy to say that. When you actually need to like show it, it's never there. And I've learned how to just not rely on other people. Like I've just learned how to never rely on someone else to help me. And unfortunately, I think that's going to make me pretty bitter. I mean, it's a risk. It's a risk. I mean, I'm aware of it, though. I don't want to become a very bitter person. Balcoricor. 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 When did you stop being homeless? I was like homeless, like in homeless shelters and some couch surfing from 2010 to 2014. At some points I was actually sleeping outside. It was really frustrating. I had no idea how to stay warm. It was really fucked up and scary, and I was taken advantage of sexually at one point. Then I lived at a friend's house, and I kind of mooched off of his parents. They had like basically a mansion, not really, but I feel like I took advantage of it, and I was in shock. When you're in homelessness, when somebody gives you a place to stay, it's really hard to actually get to normal, and you kind of get stuck. Because what happened was, like, I just, I'm autistic too, so it's a lot of this is just literally my disability. I just get stuck. Like, I get comfortable because I've been so uncomfortable for so long. I didn't know when it would happen again. Like, I wanted to take advantage of the fact that I had a chance to rest. But then a whole year went by, and I didn't have a job. This is why I got diagnosed as autism spectrum disorder, so I could get the SSI. It requires the diagnosis, and I had never gotten diagnosed before until I started working on SSI. But my dad, I got a job. Someone I was couch surfing with was trying to, that person had ulterior motives, was studying and trying to do a research paper on homelessness. But I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I was glad to be used for research purposes. But that person was basically writing like a dissertation or something. Not a dissertation, but was like doing research for getting into like social work and like helping homeless and stuff like that. So that person interviewed me, and then I was staying there for a while, and I was working on someone's computer because they were like, oh, one of the person who lived there was like, I was sitting on a couch, and then I was like working on my computer, learning like Linux programming and stuff like that. But that person like kind of sat me down and helped me apply for work, because it's like I needed someone to sit down with me. That's part of my disability. I'm really good at following direction. I'm insanely good at like being coached. But the problem is like it's really hard for me to actually follow through on my own. That's like a huge weakness I have. I'm trying to overcome it, and I'm really doing a good job, honestly. And I've had to go through all this medical process. It's not easy. But in 2014, that person helped me get a job. I was applying, and I got a job. It was part-time. I mean, it was like on-call, like kitchen work. And I burned out so hard. But, my dad let me move back in. I mean, technically, he wasn't even allowed legally to kick me out. I was on the lease. But either way, you can't go back in time. I can't change the past, And it made me who I am today. But it put that's one of the main reasons why I, detransitioned, so to speak. That's one of the main reasons why I went back in the closet. I don't want to call it detransition because obviously I came back. I made it. I made it out alive, But like when I closeted back, was because I was homeless. Like, that was literally the cause of me. I mean, there was other things. I fucked up. I was just partying all the time. Like, I needed help, and it's taken since I was 31. It's took until I was 31 to actually go to therapy and get help. And now it's like I need somebody to sit down with me to actually go through the process of, okay, here's what you need to do, this. And then I just, it's basically like you wind me up, and then you let me shine. That's how I work. And I try to do that for myself, but I can't always do that, especially if it's something that I'm very new at. Like, basic human life skills. I'm talking like basic human life skills that most people like learn when they're in like high school. Like, I literally need someone here to like sit down with me and work through the whole process. Oh, jeez. I didn't sleep. I mean, that was a very few times. It was very few times. It was when I wasn't able to get to the shelters. Because there's like, you can only stay a certain amount of time, and there's wait lists and all that. If you ever had a kid, never want them to be homeless. I mean, it's really hard when you can't financially support someone, and especially if you kind of like have a lot of conservative values that don't allow you to even admit that someone might have a disability, and because it's invisible, like autism, and then you're like, there's a lot of judgment that happened in my family, and it took a very long time. I had to fight against it so hard. I was on my own for so fucking long. I'm surprised I even made it this far. I had to rely on the homeless shelter system. I had to rely on the kindness of friends. But then the people who wanted to help couldn't, and the people who could help didn't want to, refused to, on some kind of principle. Like, oh yeah, you know, you're an adult, you need to go get a job and get your... How are you supposed to go get yourself out of homelessness even if you have a job? Like, if you have no way to even, like, shower, like, you have no stability whatsoever. It's so backwards how this fucking country treats homeless people. Like, you're already at a disadvantage, and it's already hard for people even with an advantage. It's just so frustrating though. Like, it's just like there's people who really wanted to help me and they couldn't. And then the people, like I said, and then the people who could help me had some kind of had some kind of principle about not doing it. They're like, oh, I could help you, but then you're never gonna learn, kind of shit, you know? Like, seriously, like I needed somebody to actually sit down with me and help me get a job. And once I got the job, I couldn't handle it. That's why I'm literally permanently disabled. Like, even after getting a job, I still have to be able to handle it. I have to actually do it. And I tried really fucking hard. Every single job I had, I put 100% of myself into doing it, and it's just not good enough. So I don't know, I hope I can find some kind of job that'll work for me, and right now that's my content creation career, you know? Because that's something I can handle, and it's making me some money, but I have to be able, but at the moment, it only makes me money when I can show up, and I can't always show up. Yeah, they just want some kind of cop-out for, like, not caring. I understand that, and honestly, I wouldn't, you know, if I ever get, like, a good amount of money, I'll probably understand myself, but at the same time, if it's fucking family we're talking about, like somebody who's, like, literally, like, struggling and suffering, like, literally on the streets, like, literally can't even, like, sleep safely, and literally, like, I was on Facebook every day. Does anybody have a place for me to stay? Does anybody have a place for me to stay? Does anybody have a place for me to stay? Literally, nobody fucking, it got dead fucking silent. The moment I needed their help, they shut the fuck up. But all fucking my whole entire life, you know, they're always about, like, oh, I love my family. I love my nieces and nephews. And it's like, okay, well then here's your niece who actually needs help. And it's like, oh, sorry, like nowhere to be found. Like, where was all that talk before? And it's like I don't want to rely on people that way, but it's like, where were they? Like, what was all that talk? You know, this is fine. I don't care. I don't rely on other people. I'll never expect anyone to help me for the rest of my life. I will never expect anyone to help me. And it makes the people who do help me that much more special. Oof, a drug dealer. Jesus Christ. Well, some people get karma, you know. You're gonna like brag about illegally obtained money. That's so fucked up. These people who commit crimes are fucking stupid. Like, you would think that if they made if they made money through illegal ways, that they would be smart about it, but they're so fucking dumb. Like, why would you flaunt your money everywhere? Acting like you're somehow better than other people because you have a husband who's like an illegal drug dealer. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? You didn't even do it. Your husband did. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, not anymore. Yeah. Not fucking anymore, bitch. People, you know, karma catches up to you. And I think that can work both ways. I think one day I will have my return on investment that I've been putting into myself and in my life. I really will have my return on investment. Because I've been investing in myself in sustainable, legal ways. Investing in illegal activities for money is the stupidest fucking thing you could ever fucking do with your life. Like, how much money is worth prison? Like, for real. Like, these people are fucking stupid. Yeah, I mean, that's how they usually act. They're like, oh, how come you never have money? It's because you're the ones doing actual work that's sustainable. That's actually going to give you a life. Not some bullshit, like, crime syndicate shit, you know? You thought you lost the stream? What happened? Still in the cure burn? Yeah. I'm gonna have to be like super careful about like not hitting my jaw or my skull at all for like a while. Battle protocol. Battle protocol. Lois, we're playing Final Fantasy 11, Lois. Peter, why are you playing Final Fantasy 11, Peter? Peter, Peter. Oh, Lois, we're playing Final Fantasy 11 now. That's what we do. It's so awkward and cringe. Del Zingaro. Do you know Spanish? Choto. Wait, that's Japanese. Rock, paper, scissors. yo no habla mucho en, yo no conoce muchas personas que comprenden español. Y no hay usar muchas cosas que necesitar habla español. My life's gonna be okay. I know it doesn't look like it right now, but I've literally been doing something that is almost impossible for most people to do. Getting these surgeries. If I can do this, imagine what else I can do. And you know, my content creation sucks right now, but I feel like I'm in it for life, you know? This is my arena. Is broadcasting, content creation, community building. That's my arena. And I know that like it might not be successful in the short term, but I feel like I found my calling. And, you know, the time's not right at the moment. I have my people though. You're here. Other people are here. And it's not always perfect. I'm not always, you know, very talkative. I'm not always very entertaining. But this is my calling, is broadcasting. It takes a certain kind of, it's not even a job. It's like, it's a certain type of person is a broadcaster. It's like why people get into radio. Just a certain type of person. And yeah, maybe people, they don't see the whole picture. They don't see everything I'm going through. They only see what they see in short clips, or they see like short like encounters on, you know, they might see me from encounters on Discord or Twitter. They don't see the whole picture the way I do. They don't know how far I've come. They don't know my potential. And we haven't even gotten started, baby. We're just like queued up right now. The past couple of years, I've just been queued up. Like, do you understand? Like, this is just the beginning. Especially once I'm done with this medical stuff. Like, fuck all, you know, like, fuck. I'm gonna be unstoppable. Like, unfucking stoppable. Do you understand? Unfucking stoppable. So I'm above all the petty shit. I'm way fucking above all the petty shit that people do. That's why the Mithra live with the Tartaru. It's insurance that if they ever run out of food, they can just eat the Tartarus. Poundsky. Yeah, we gotta wait for 5 minutes. You trying to learn Japanese so you can visit one day? Wait until you get canceled on Twitter first. It's just a joke. There's a meme that anytime someone gets canceled for like some really heinous thing, they just go to Japan and everybody forgets about it. Obviously, some people aren't so forgiving or so don't have such a short-term memory. I remember things. I'm not going to cancel someone, but there's certain people that it's just going to be really hard for them to dig their way back out, you know? But I mean, they don't care. And why would they care about me? But I believe in rehabilitation. And people being able to become better. But I never forget. Very short. Ba-ba-doo-ba-doo. What language is the most useful to learn? The language that you speak. And the language that you want to speak. Define useful. I don't think it's really, if you think something is useful to learn, then it's useful. I don't think it's anyone's decision but yours. It's hard to learn a language. It's hard to be fluent in language. I'm not even fluent in my second language, which is Japanese. Spanish is terrible for me. I have tried learning Spanish so many times. I just can't seem to, I don't know, I just can't seem to, like, really learn. It also depends on, like, where you live and how many people speak that language. But, like, I learned Japanese as a second language, and I don't know any Japanese people except a few, and they all speak English. So, and to find, like, no, like, I didn't really know them, but. Have you ever talked to a native Japanese speaker? I've talked to a few. Back when Skype language sharing was a thing. I've also spoken to a few Japanese people in person. Nice, got level 24.
Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow meow
My healing's capped now. Oh, that's kept at 21. Never mind. Oh, that stupid collision. I need to turn that off. Oh, look at that little spirit floating around. I'm a little spirit. I'm gonna go in the wall. Yeah, I'll be ending the stream after we do maintenance. And I might be back later. Ouch. Annyeonghaseyo. That's Korean. 93 hours. That's a hardcore adventure. Got 7 days of playtime. Kimchi? Oh my goodness. Yeah, kimchi is spicy, like fermented cabbage. Oh my goodness. Eat it with beef. Yes. All right. Alright, you guys, I'm going to take a break and turn off the stream for now. I had fun. Have you ever been to a Korean barbecue? Yes, I've had bibimbap. I've had like a bibimbap bowl. And I remember I barely spoke any amount of Korean. I said like annyeonghaseyo, like that's all I said, and they literally gave us like miso soup because of that. It was like, and I know the proper polite way to eat soup, like noodles or anything, is to slurp as loud as possible. My friends were like really looking at me, giving me weird looks. But I know that I was being polite because it means that like in Asian culture, like Southeast Asian culture, like I know that in Korea and in Japan and maybe China, I don't know. But I do know that in Southeast Asian culture, like Korean and Japanese, that when you slurp your noodles, it tells the chef that they did a really good job, because it's like you're so into it that you can't help but slurping. Just like apparently in Japan, I mean it's a thing in Japan where if you fall asleep at work, that's a sign of like a strong worker. Because you're working so hard that you can't help fall asleep. Like, right? So it's like you're such a like it's a culture thing. I don't claim to understand it. I don't claim to I think it's a little weird, but you know, it's different culture. Anyway, I will be back. I will be back, okay? Catch you next time. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.